What do you think that is? Like, let's say, you got a company, they got 200, 250 lives. At what employee count do your options really change?
Right about there. Maybe a little less, maybe at 200. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the next break point? Like, what are the break points where it's like, look, these are the options available to you here. When you get to here, your options change in a significant way.
So really it's about 150 to 200, depending on financial condition and that sort of stuff, right? Like where they can take a hard look at like self-funding. You can do some self-funded stuff, smaller down market, but you have to have really strong partners and backstops, captives and co-ops and coalitions, and you got to have help, right? You can do it, but you got to have help. Right about that 150 to 200 is where you can like reliably do it mostly yourself, with the right like consulting and partners, right? Or unless you're super sharp. And I've worked with a couple of CFOs that are like, I mean, they didn't, I was there just because they didn't want to do stuff and to run the numbers for them. They knew everything. I didn't tell them anything. Okay, I'm just here to help. So right about there, and then really your next cutoff is once you get into like the multiple thousands, 4, 5, 6. That's where you've got a big enough pool, a big, large group of people that you're into like some bigger stuff, right? Where you can start to bring in your like you've got, especially if they're concentrated, right? Geographically, you can really start to go like, all right, we're going to get a direct contract because I've got 2,000-3,000 employees that all live here in Phoenix or wherever, right? And I can go directly to the provider networks and negotiate my own prices because I've got the heft. And then the next one is like 10, 20, 30,000, right? Where you can truly, you don't do insurance, right? You are, you basically own an insurance company at that point. And that's kind of the way you look at it, right? Is like, you are a very small insurance company because you're paying everything, you're doing everything yourself. You got a few vendors, right? That you're putting stuff out on, but there's no stop loss anymore. There's no, it's all reserves. And at that point, insurance.
Really good. Do you think the number